Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Oh, it didn't take long. First email today, Jeffrey Salazar sent to us, said, I called dibs on Jason's dead ass. So there you go. So we were talking about that yesterday in the After the Show podcast. So.
Dibs.
Look, bring it.
So,
don't sing it, bring it.
Jason would like to be ass raped after death. So Jeffrey's got first dibs, but that's not to say that's last.
That's going to be a problem getting that past his family. I don't know how we're going to orchestrate that.
Yeah, I'll let Kevin.
So they get dibs?
I'll let
No,
Kevin.
no.
Oh.
I'm sure they won't let our listeners ass rape him.
I was going to say, it would be nice to let his family go first. But,
Thank goodness they're not listening to this.
If they wanted to, we would have to let them.
Yeah, I mean, family gets dibs, right?
Family before dibs.
I want to play this audio back for Ann, see what she has to say about all this.
Please do. I'd like to hear it.
I know you will.
We can only play it on the After the Show podcast, so of course.
Yeah, have fun trying to set up that bit on the regular show.
How do you even explain that to a normal person?
You don't.
That's why people listening right now are not normal.
And
Thank
we
you for being
love
here.
them. They're just like us.
Let's weed out the normal people. I just want the crazies listening.
Thank you.
Want to give a shout out to Dominique from Melbourne. Came all the way down here to check out the ATS today and brought donuts from the Sugar Shack and also a whole bunch of Florida brewskis.
Are you pronouncing it right? How do you spell it?
Denny's came in and said, "This is Dominique here to see you."
Dominique or it's Dominic?
I don't know. I'm just going
We
on
got to
what
get
Denny
some
said.
clarity because Dominique.
Is your name Dominique or Dominic? Dominic.
Yeah, Dominique means
Denny's?
Yeah,
girl. This
This is Dominique.
Called him he gives us donuts like, oh, thank you so much, Dominique. He's like, what an asshole.
Dominique is a girl's name, you bonehead.
He's just coming and take his donuts back. Screw you guys.
That was a long drive from Melbourne to come all the way down here and be insulted.
Right away.
That's one of my favorite things that happens on the air. Kevin will read a name. We've got Michelle on. No, it's Michael. Do you spell it M-I-C? Because Denny's totally fucked it up.
Denny's!
Also, shout out to Jared from the Fort. We found out, and somebody emailed and said the Fort is Fort Pierce.
Okay.
Yes, Fort Lauderdale would be Fort Lickerdale, Lottie Dottie, something like that. But yeah, apparently if you say the Fort, that's Fort Pierce. So
Got it.
little birthday shout out for Jared, turned 23 today, and he's got a big crush on Vicious V and says, you don't need Botox.
Well, thank you very much.
Some advice for Jaybird and his nightmares. Denny thought it'd be a good idea for him to start putting the nicotine patch all over his body.
I had a feeling that wouldn't settle well with the audience.
Not all over his body. We're just going to give him one of the low-dose Nick patches and see how it plays out.
Well, he thinks that that will give you more vivid dreams. You can stay in your dream. You can resolve the problems that your subconscious is trying to tell you, and then that might get rid of your vicious nightmares. Some other people were saying there are other things you can take. Like somebody said, try Alpha Brain. They apparently give you crazy vivid dreams. The Onnit website.
I already have the vivid, crazy dreams. I think I just have to figure out how to stay in them.
Stay asleep.
And finish them. I don't, because it feels like, because Virginia's seen it. I accidentally punched Virginia one time. I fell asleep in the car, and it feels like someone's ripping me out of my dream.
Yeah.
And when that happens, I go, "Ah!" And then I accidentally smacked her
He punched me in the side of the face.
right after she
Yeah.
was dropping me off. It was one of our drinking podcast. Or it was a drinking show. It was actually from Wild. That was a long time ago.
We figured it out that he's hit me more than he's hit any other man he knows.
Well, Super Pie hit you once, and that wasn't my fault. You put on that Super Pie.
My elbow still clicks when I straighten it.
Well, my ears still hurt when you talk. So.
Oh! Super dick.
Marcy from Stewart said that maybe knowing more about Jeffrey Dahmer, who you have the nightmares about, and putting a personality to him would diffuse the fear. There was a movie.
He knows a lot.
Well, here's you know what?
Made.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The thing in my dream, it's actually a hybrid of a few serial killers, if that makes sense.
Because you know so much.
It's almost like one.
You know all these guys and their story and their backstory.
And sometimes a different serial killer will present themselves in the dream, but they are like it's one being. Sometimes it's almost like his face will shapeshift to a Dahmer or to a Bundy.
There apparently is a movie made based on the book about his childhood that you can check out online. I'm sure that'll really help with your nightmares.
I know way too much about Dahmer and
yeah,
Bundy.
he knows already.
Wow. Okay, well, a couple ideas there. Thank you for that.
But yes, thank you.
Brianna sent us this email, said, hey, I want to run something by you guys, see what y'all thought. My brother-in-law was visiting from Dallas, Texas last week and mentioned something disturbing. He told me that there's a statewide law that just passed in Texas making it legal for teachers to hit their students if they misbehave. I couldn't wrap my mind around this. The more I thought about it, the more shocked I became. In my opinion, spanking is an in-house decision for each family, and no one should tell you how to parent. However, allowing a teacher, a stranger who isn't emotionally connected to your child, who probably gets pushed to their wits' end daily by screaming children, is completely different.
And then strikes out in emotion?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Am I being too sensitive? What do you guys think about that?
Texas is dumb.
Well, I mean, take it easy now. They're a pretty big state. They claim to be.
They claim to be. Yeah, I think they might be lying about that.
I think the square footage is in. It's real. But that being said, you can't hit a kid.
Agreed.
That's not yours.
This ain't the 80s or the 70s where you slap a kid and go, he was misbehaving. Oh, thank you. It doesn't work that way anymore because people are fucking crazy, and you're going to let somebody that's got their own ideals and values carry that out on your kid.
It's someone
Screw
who's
that.
jaded and been teaching for 20 years and probably needs to retire, and they're angry. They're going to take out all their frustrations and emotions of 20 years on my kid? I don't think so.
Just because someone's in a place of an authority figure doesn't mean they're right. That's just the way it goes.
True. Case in point, Kevin.
I think I don't know what her. She's fucking on fire today.
I hear ya.
She's back on track. So look out.
They say that in Texas, the thing that I'm finding is that officials at a Texas school district have approved a controversial new disciplinary practice on students paddling. It's in the Three Rivers Independent School Board or School District in South Texas. And they say paddles can be used as corporal punishment against misbehaving students. Doesn't say anything about the teachers doing it. Probably have to be principals.
You big dummy.
Yeah.
Jason just broke the beer fridge.
Sorry. Imagine that.
Oh, it's chaos over here. Drink, drink the one laying on its side. Yeah, drink that one. You want the Andy Gator? No, that's not it. That's a Turbo Dog. You're not gonna like it.
Turbo Dog.
It's a brown ale. You need the Andy Gator.
Turbo Dog.
It's behind the chicken.
Well, you succeeded.
It's behind the chicken.
Just cut my hand on a knife.
There's a knife in the fridge?
Fucking booby trap in the beer fridge.
There was a knife in the
Yeah, let me
fridge?
show you what I just.
There's a knife in there?
Really?
Is there really a knife in there?
Really?
Oh my gosh.
You go to grab a beer and you fucking slice your hand. What the?
There's a
what the
big
shit
ass
is
knife in
this?
there.
Well,
Sticking
no one's
right through
going to
the bag.
steal beer from us anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking bleeding.
I'm sorry.
You put a knife in the fridge?
That's my knife that I had with my chicken. I didn't realize it was sticking out of the
Oh
container.
my gosh. Oh wow.
Are you okay?
And of course, Fumbles over there went and found it.
That was not supposed to be that hard.
It's amazing.
Well, you were right. Your period's about to start.
Oh man.
Wow.
I'm so sorry, Kevin.
No, it's as you were. Got a couple beers over there, huh? Are those the ones we just got, or are those the ones that we had earlier?
The ones we just got are warm.
Yeah,
okay.
so these are the Abitas. This is the Andy Gator, 8% out of Louisiana. It's really nice, and it'll get you there quick, Kev.
All right. Heather actually sent an email and said, Happy National IPA Day.
Look at that.
Ah.
Yeah.
Or as the hipsters are saying
Yes, it is National
IPA.
IPA Day. IPA. Yeah, if you like that. In fact, today, starting at noon, all the way till 10 p.m., Due South is going to be celebrating. They're on High Ridge Road in Boynton Beach. You can go and celebrate the IPA. They got a Cat 3 and a Cat 5, both good, and they do different blends and flavors.
Nice.
They'll do like a grapefruit IPA, which is fantastic.
Oh, I love a grapefruit beer.
I do not.
So good.
Good stuff.
I love a grapefruit mimosa.
The only thing good grapefruit makes is squirt.
We know your love of squirt.
Are you a grapefruit head? You like grapefruit, Kev?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have a grapefruit tree?
No, I don't.
Huh, who am I thinking of? I was picking grapefruits off. That wasn't you.
Is this real?
Wasn't me.
This is real, yeah. I was picking grapefruits for Ann. I thought it was from your tree.
Oh, you pick me some. I love grapefruit.
Well, that's a big, it's going to be a big surprise if I do have a grapefruit tree.
I get you confused with a lot of people. Like I thought you were the one that told me about like that monk story about how monks can heal people, and it wasn't you. I think it was my dad.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I think I get you and my dad confused a lot. Maybe what does
I'm
that
a father
mean?
figure.
What does that mean, Virginia?
Well, you got daddy issues.
Is that what that means? Serious daddy issues.
I'm like a girl that's got daddy issues.
Always trying to please, never do.
Yeah. Yeah, on the spanking thing, somebody texted in, I don't know, some kids need to be smacked.
Well, then smack him yourself. Then don't have your teacher do it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Texas is a different state, though. But, yeah, I'm not...
That's where my dad's at. My dad's out in Texas. They do it bigger, Virginia. They do.
I know. My mom lives there. I go to Texas. I'm going in a couple of weeks. I go frequently.
Yeah, I am not a fan of it. Somebody said that I was paddled when I was in elementary school. I lived on the west coast of Florida in Safety Harbor. Brutal. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it myself. To me, I think that a lot of times spanking, a lot of times, I'm not going to say always, that I would never spank a kid. I wouldn't go that far. But I would say that a lot of times that I think that some people spank out of frustration. And
Yes.
it's adults that don't know how to handle the situation in a better environment or in a better way. And so they say, when in doubt, spank away. And so, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I wouldn't want the school to do it. To me,
No.
I think that it is. I agree with her that I think it's something that should be done in the home and not in the school. And they may argue and say, yeah, there's just some parents that don't discipline their kids. And so, unfortunately, somebody's got to step in and do something.
Hells no.
Yeah.
No one should be striking your child. That's just never going to be cool with me. And good luck to the teacher that hits my kid, because I'm coming for you.
I'm going to ask you guys a prying question. You don't have to answer it. Have you guys ever smacked your kid? Spanked them? Or smacked them, whatever.
Me and Magnolia were talking about this over the weekend. So she's been spanked, I think, like twice.
By you?
In her whole entire life. And yeah, both of them were by me.
On the butt?
Both of them were on the butt. She was maybe about 6, 7, 8, right around there. And it was bad.
The spanking was bad?
No. Her behavior was really, it was next level horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew what she was doing, and she did some terrible things. And even we talk about it today, and she does remember it. Like we still talk about it.
I think you always remember your spankings. I was spanked maybe twice in my life. I remember them both pretty vividly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't remember anything like formal that has happened. I try not to do any of the physical stuff.
You just punch cannon when you guys are...
Yeah.
I just punched them when I've been drinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's still one of the funniest segments ever. You punch me when you're drinking in the head.
I don't spank. I lay a fucker out.
And then you look at Kevin's face like, shit, this bit's backfiring on me.
Kevin headhunts? I mean, it's so intense.
It is. Yeah, screw. You know what? Yeah, spanking's for pussies.
Were you hit when you were a kid? Were you spanked a lot?
Not a lot. A couple times my mom did. And yeah, you're right. I kind of remember them. My mom had said that, and she believed it. One time I threw a temper tantrum, and my mom's story is that I was a small child, whatever that temper tantrum age is. We're outside of a store, and she stopped what we were doing. She patted me real quick and then hugged me, and she said I never threw another temper tantrum. And so she believed in it for that reason. And I think I was spanked one other time, maybe twice in my childhood. So she didn't do it a ton. And that's, usually it. And now even then for a temper tantrum, I don't know that I think I would probably try to take the kid somewhere in seclusion and let them burn it out, because I think there's so much emotion at that point. You can't get a lot of lessons through.
I think like Rocco is just too small. I mean,
come on.
He can't even comprehend anything. So like anybody who spanks a little baby or a toddler, I'm like, what are you doing? You can't explain to them that it's their actions that cause this consequence and have them understand on a rational level what's happening.
But this is one of those topics where no matter what any of us say about the spanking, it's going to piss somebody off so much. Don't tell me I can't spank my kid as a toddler, Virginia. Shut the fuck up. Like, they will. They get mad about this.
Well, I mean, I will shut the fuck up because you're dumb.
You'll never shut up.
And I wouldn't tell parents that they couldn't. I mean, if they thought that that was the best way for their kid to do it and that's what their style is, I'm not going to tell you not to spank your kid. There's obviously a line that you can go to and cross over when it comes to the physical abuse.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, if that's your thing, that's fine. But at the same time, don't tell me that I'm a bad person because I'm not spanking my kids. I would like to challenge myself to try to be able to talk to the kids and, rationalize with them and find another way to get through to them just how bad it is.
I just know how I am. I would feel so guilty if I just would. I would personally, and I'm not saying it's good, bad, wrong, or right. I just know how I am. I would struggle greatly if I smacked my kid just because it would feel weird for me.
The only thing
that's me.
And I think the only thing that I would tell you as a parent, if you ever spank your kid, do it in a moment when you're completely emotionally calm. It's almost like they get a sentence like you would and they're walking the Green Mile. And that kid knows tonight at 6 o'clock, you're getting a paddling. And let it sink in. Let yourself get cool and calm. Don't do it in the heat of the moment. Because I think that's when often when parents do it, they'll be in the store and the kid does something that annoys you. And you'll often start beating the child. And your emotions are way out of whack. And that, to me, I don't think is a positive message. If anything happened and you need it as a last resort, let the kid know, hey, at 6 o'clock tonight, I remember my parents talking about, they said in the old school, in the old days, that's how their parents would do it. Like they would say, hey, tonight you're getting it, and you would go out and pick your switch.
Yeah.
And
my mom would get hit a lot as a kid. They had this thing called the cat of nine tails, and it was just long with, I think, like 9 different belts on there. And yeah, I mean,
it was like a medieval torture device.
At that point, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, you're
So
right.
intense.
That's like torture shit.
Yeah, it's like something you would see in like 50 Shades Darker.
Yeah, no, it's messed up.
Now it's just used for pleasure.
And I've seen stuff like that happen where people were severely hit like that.
Yeah.
It fucks them up, man. It does. When it's at that level,
You're
it
right.
fucks them up.
You're right.
So, yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't think it's the whole state of Texas. I think it's that one school district. And I think that it's just, it sounds like it's the principal. And that would be something, when I was a kid, the principal had that as a measure that he could use. He had a paddle and he could do the spanking. And that was kind of like, we'd always talk about, there were, these myths and urban legends about this paddle and that it was aerodynamic and it had holes in it. And somebody's like saying, oh, no, it has nails in it. You're like, nails?
What? Nails?
Yeah, that was like it had all these,
I don't
had
like
this
it.
mythological
level.
status.
Because how do you know the principal's not some fuckface that's got skeletons in his closet? He's not, or she's not doing it right.
You're
And
right.
they're going to come down and discipline you on these rules? Shit, that.
Yeah, so there you go. Let me see. Got this email from Bridget. Want to say what up? She's listening all the way in Spain. She started listening to the show back in 2003 when she was 8. She said when she was 12, she moved to St. Augustine, but she listened digitally. At 16, she moved to Columbia, South Carolina, and listened on iHeart when we were on there. And she then is listening in Spain. She's 22, and her husband is in active duty in the Navy. She said at noon in Spain, I click over to YouTube, and I watch the KVJ TV as you're starting up the show. So there you go. How cool is that? So
That's so cool.
Nice. Give me a little taste of home.
yeah, you can get this anywhere on the planet now, which is pretty awesome.
That's when technology is awesome.
Yeah, send us some pictures of where you're chilling in Spain. Send us some pictures of like what you're eating.
Yeah,
and
food.
What it looks like and like the architecture. I'm fascinated.
I was kind of shocked on something you said on yesterday's show. I did not think you would be such a diva when it comes to people who love sharing their food pictures so much on social media. You said they could be overkill, and I completely disagree with that.
Well, if it's all you ever post, you will start to look one-dimensional, and I just don't want that for anybody. If all you ever post is food pictures, people are going to be like, she's putting food up again. Like,
I don't
right.
know.
You got to show a variety in your life so that you have other things that you're experiencing and doing.
Well,
and
I think there's two different kind of accounts. If you have a personal one, have variety and show you're doing different things in your life. But if you find that you really want to post more about one specific subject, just do a separate account for that and then just post nothing but food.
Sure, specialized.
Yeah.
You guys kind of come off like social media snobs. All right, we can move on. We can move on.
Just remember, at the end of the day, who made you ice cream pie?
Oh man, that you've made a lot of stuff. That's the best thing you've ever made. That
It
was
is really phenomenal.
That
Yeah,
was
it's
when
really
I
good.
ate that today because Kevin played "What's on Your Mind." and you had to go first, and I was eating it, and he went to talk to me. I couldn't talk because I was in pure ecstasy. I was like coming. I'm sorry, I was probably a little vulgar. I'm sorry.
It's the beer.
It's the beer.
Have another.
I'm such a lightweight. My God.
He's half a beer in. He's talking about coming.
It's
8.0,
Kev.
That's decent. Okay.
You want some?
No, I'm good
Ride this train.
right now. Appreciate it though. I got this article. Well, I might want to take some notes on this. What really happens to your body when you stop having sex?
Uh-oh.
Now, because I've seen stuff like this before, are they talking about masturbation as well, or are they just saying you are not ejaculating?
They actually cover all of that, and there is a difference. You're right. It's people who completely abstain, but then there are people that continue the masturbation, and you can, get because there are benefits in sex. I mean, it's something that we're supposed to be doing. We're made to.
I got a question for you, really quick. Side question. We know that you masturbate, Kevin.
Yeah.
Does the Queen?
I don't think so. I mean, if she does, I don't walk in and catch her. I think maybe once upon a time. I think she has before, but
would that turn
I don't
you
think
on?
it's regularly anything she does.
If you walked in and she was doing that, does that turn you on, or do you walk in and go, "Oh, I'm sorry," and you walk out? You're kind of like, "I didn't mean to bother you."
No, I just walk on in and just kind of
Hey, can I help?
Yeah.
What if she says, "Get out"?
Okay, sorry.
Then you gotta go jerk off in the kitchen.
Who jerks off in the kitchen? He's got an open air floor plan.
Who jerks off?
Excuse me, kids.
You jerk off in the kitchen?
No. Sometimes I'm just trying to make a joke here.
I pity the person who's got to wash these dishes.
You fucking animal.
I can't stand and do it.
Oh, you can't?
I can't. I will not be able to finish if I stand.
So you sit on the stove?
My knees start
Your knees buckle.
They start to go like a baby calf. I can't walk.
He falls over.
I can't get it done.
Squirts in his eye. It's awful.
What's your average per week, you would say?
I because I've read stuff, I believe you need to regularly be doing. I think there are a lot of health benefits to it. So I almost do it now out of obligation. Be like, oh, that's right, I got to prime the pump.
Well, it's practically like a diet food.
So you average at least
Good for you.
like 5.5 per week?
I would say probably 4.
Good, that's healthy.
I hope to. I'd like to. That to me, I think would be a good average. I think everybody should probably have some kind of release. I mean, reading articles like this, you really should, I think, have some kind of release 3 to 4 times a week.
For a guy like you, I was not expecting it to be that frequent. I'm very happy to hear that.
I do have to admit that a lot of it, you would jump to it and want to do it, and like I said, I do it for health reasons almost now, and it's it's not as sexy as it used to be.
I don't do it for health reasons.
Yeah.
I do it literally for the love of the game.
The love of the game, yeah.
Well, you've always been an athlete.
I've always been an athlete in this. Yes, it's about 11.
They say what really happens when you stop having sex. You might have a wet dream or two.
A nocturnal emission, Virginia.
Okay.
If you give up masturbating, you can expect that to happen. 37% of women will have a wet dream before the age of 45, and they're most common in women between the ages of 40 and 50.
Huh.
I wonder sometimes, you ever just wake up and for whatever reason, you are just, carnal. You are horny, and it's almost like animal. You're like, like you have to masturbate. Why is that? That comes up more out of the blue.
I think it's about hormones. Yeah, I've read something about that as you wake up, I think you have endorphins that rush through your body, and
there's got to be like a chemical or something going on with your body that makes you more like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, I think that is actually something that happens.
Maybe
to
you
people.
haven't done it long enough, in long enough time, and so your body's telling you it's time to do it.
Yeah, or sometimes you just wake up and it's just, I don't know, it's like something's in the air. You feel carnal.
But maybe something was happening in your dream.
Possibly.
Like you were having a dream that you cozied up with some Italian teacher.
Yeah, no, it's all
she
very
was
possible.
rubbing you.
Mm-hmm. They say your stress levels go through the roof when you stop having sex because the endorphins released during sex are ideal for leaving your worries behind. Sex can also be a form of exercise, which will fight off stress and anxiety.
The other thing about masturbation, real quick, some people feel guilty about doing that. They feel almost embarrassed. They're like, they feel awkward doing it. They're ashamed to do it. Don't be ashamed.
Just do it.
Do you masturbate?
I don't.
Really?
I mean, I have.
And did you like it?
Yeah.
Would you finish?
I don't have any alone time. I don't know when I would. I always have a kid with me, so it's like you can't really masturbate in front of your kid.
No, you can't. But there's always 5
I mean,
minutes.
you could, but that's awkward.
There's always ways you can masturbate. Right before bed, you could do it. In the shower, you could do
Rocco
it.
sleeps with us.
Well, put him outside. Let him watch a little movie.
Put him outside. He's 2.
Out back.
Outside,
Put a leash on him, collar,
outside the room.
tether him to the ground.
There's a lake back there with a golf course. There might be gators. Are you really serious?
But you like it though.
I have in the past. You know when I did it? I did it when I was single, living alone, had no kids.
So we're talking like 013 probably is the last time.
Yeah, I also, even when Magnolia was small and she would go be at her dad's house and I was by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you think about?
Oh, you, of course.
That would be weird.
That would be
I would
weird.
not like that at all.
I wouldn't like it either. I would have a hard time climaxing. Mm-hmm. No offense.
Other problems you would have when you stop having sex, your immune system suffers.
Really?
Yeah. Hormones
How?
are released that gives your immune system a bit of a boost.
And I hear it's good for guys' prostates to constantly keep going.
I mean,
That's the reason why I do it.
Yeah.
Is because, you got to kind of get that stuff out of your system because the baby batter sitting around for a while is like bad for your prostate and stuff like that for guys. So you got to, get that stuff out of your system.
Have you ever gone where you haven't touched, like nothing's happened for about 10 days? And then you finally sit down to do it. Oh my God! Talk about knees buckling. Oh my God!
baby calf.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that helps your body fight against bacteria, viruses, and other pretty nasty germs.
There are guys listening right now taking notes.
Oh, there's guys.
See, honey, it's for my health.
This guy's listening.
It
right,
is.
This guy's listening right now, jerking off.
The DHEA hormone is also said to act as an antidepressant. It'll make your skin look great, help repair any damaged skin tissue faster, and even increase apprehension and learning abilities.
When's your time of day usually? Are you a morning man? You afternoon after the workout, before the workout?
Right now, I would say that I'm probably like, right before you go to bed kind of like thing. Yeah, because it does help you sleep too.
Oh, totally makes you relaxed.
Yep. When you stop having sex, you'll feel depressed. They say that basically semen is the new antidepressant. Those who were having sex without a condom were significantly less depressed, and this is for women, than those who were using condoms and not having sex at all. There's something in the actual semen that when you have sex, it will actually help as an antidepressant.
It'll make me happier.
Yes. It's something
It
biological.
seems like it was written by a man as a trick.
Yeah, and if you're not trying to get pregnant, what are you shooting stuff up in there? Like, you see what I'm saying? If you're not getting someone, if you're not trying to have a baby, you're just doing it for the fun.
Well, I mean, sometimes, there are couples that are on the pill and they feel good about that. They have other IUDs or something along those lines. So,
Gotcha.
Pill's scary though, man. Is the pill? How accurate's the pill?
Supposed to be pretty accurate when taken properly, but that's the thing.
I just know that
People don't take things properly. Human error is the biggest problem with the
you're
pill.
right. And I've also noticed people that, like, I've dated them on it and off it, they are way different on it. Like, emotionally, I knew a girl who was a different animal when she was on it, and not in a good way. It was
Remember my
rough.
friend? We talked to my friend on our old radio station about this one time. She was on the pill, and the pill began to make her not like her husband and the way that he smelled, and she ended up divorcing him because of the pill.
Mm-hmm.
I knew a girl that was emotional. You would walk out and go, "Oh, the sun looks beautiful. Why don't I look beautiful?"
Whoa, that's
talking
crazy.
about the sun, baby.
That's a different level.
But that was but she wasn't like that until she was on the pill. And this is from a long time ago, It's no one you guys know.
It says here, birth control pill, theoretical effectiveness, if you use it perfectly, 99.7% effectiveness. But the actual use and how people use it, and I forgot, all dang, 92%.
Well, how accurate is the pull-out method? If no one's on anything,
8%.
To me, I feel like that's such a chancy ride you're taking.
yeah, it's pretty chancy.
And I'm talking about the people
That's your Russian roulette.
that ride the bull to the point where, like, it's real close.
Well, that's like you think you're going to pull out, but your foot gets stuck in the covers, like, whoa, whoa. You're like, that's
Damn it.
That's the problem there.
That's because you got boat feet.
Yeah.
Suits,
Oh my
please-
God, I got tangled on the covers.
Please grab that. Kevin. Kevin just came on the camera.
I just came, so my foot got stuck. I couldn't pull it out.
You guys slow-mo that right there.
Oh. Stop having sex, you lose your sex drive. When your body stops having the feelings associated with orgasms, it simply adjusts to not being given those feelings and it stops seeking them out.
Wow.
Men actually can lose it if they don't use it. Like any other muscle in the body, studies have shown that when a man doesn't exercise his Johnson for an extended period of time, he's more likely to develop erectile dysfunction, the old ED.
So, but again, you have to have sex to make that happen. You can't just be flogging it and get those muscles
I think
trained.
you could, yeah. I mean, I think it's like if you're not initiating boners, then you're going to have a problem because after a while it'll be like, no, yeah. So you have to be like, come on, buddy, let's get to attention.
I swear I'm not lying. And I think this is for every guy. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Kev. I don't want to put you in the boner category. But every morning when I wake up, I have a boner. Do you?
No.
Really? Since I was 9 years old, I've woken up with...
Since you were 9?
I mean,
Every day?
Well, I don't know. That sounds weird. But yeah,
Every day you've had a boner.
Didn't you sleep with your brother?
there's not a... No, I'm not... Don't make it weird. I'm trying to open up here. I'm raw. I'm letting the emotions bleed.
Wow.
Well, you did just get stabbed.
I'm literally bleeding. All right, I thought all guys woke up with bones.
I think Panda does sometimes. Like when
Sometimes,
I'm,
yeah.
I think the majority of guys do wake up with bone pieces.
when I'm there on the weekends and I'm actually with him and he wakes up, he'll be like, "Hey, babe, what's going on?"
I really, that's when I'm at my best, is right in the morning.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm shocked that you don't have that every day.
Not every day, no.
Guys, hey, Daddies! I'm curious on that.
Denny's, get in here and
Suits,
talk about your
are you
penis.
every day boner?
Does he wake
No.
up every morning with a boner? No?
Ask the security guard.
Mike,
You won't ask him.
I will.
Bring his ass in.
Bring him in. You think I won't ask that guy? That guy's awesome. That guy tells the
don't
best
wake
joke. No,
He says he doesn't, but...
no boners every morning.
Do you
Okay.
wake up with a boner every morning? Really?
Does Denny's?
Does Denny's? Okay, Thumbelina's... can I say your name? Thumbelina's husband wakes up with boners all the time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
Denny's?
I don't think it's like, it's not
Denny
weird.
says
Yeah.
Denny says yeah.
Okay.
Every morning. I think a lot of guys do that.
Okay.
Damn.
might wanna
Kevin, maybe it's an old man thing.
You might. Do you have the Ed?
When I was younger,
Did you
I didn't.
used to?
Mm-mm. No.
Do you have the Ed?
No.
All right.
It works. I mean, if I bring it to attention, it'll come to attention. And erectile dysfunction is when you're like, you want it to and it won't.
Gotcha.
Oh man, just you got to go see a doctor.
That'd be depressing, yeah.
But but from what I understand, I don't want to out anybody, but I know someone that had to go through that. They say it really works. And I remember one time when I was on Cialis, a long time ago, I was on I think Prozac or something for anxiety.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you're on those kind of drugs, like 1 out of 3 guys, they cannot ejaculate. No matter, I mean, you can be beating that thing for 30 minutes and nothing is happening.
Oh, that's depressing.
But there is a pill you can counteract that. And they gave me Cialis to counteract that. And holy shit, Cialis works, man. I mean, to the point where I couldn't believe I was getting into it. I didn't even know I had. No, it works.
Put
It
a cape on it, huh?
It does, but the medicine that I was on, I did not like it at all.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you can counteract that stuff.
They say for women, though, when you stop having sex, your vaginal walls actually weaken. They'll get thin and weaken to the point of having some extra problems, and it can be more painful for a woman. So that's why women actually need to be going through with it.
Can we make a deal for Kevin never to see vaginal walls again? Whoa, vaginal walls weird me out.
Don't let your vaginal wall crumble.
That's it. It says here that when you stop having sex, you gain weight. According to Women's Day, light kissing burns 68 calories an hour.
I mean, they really know how to make women want to give it up. Tell us we're going to gain weight by not having sex. That will get to us.
You can burn about 476 calories making out in the same amount of time. They say, too, that giving oral will burn twice as much, about 200 calories. Sex itself will burn at least 144 calories in a half hour.
Do you guys make out still? Because I think making out is so fun and awesome, but everyone always makes fun like it's such a high school thing. But I think it's such an important thing with a guy and a girl, or anybody in a relationship.
Yeah, I think we absolutely do. It's not as prolonged as it was before,
With tongue?
Baby Rocco. Yeah.
All right, good.
Show me on Kevin how you think I should be doing it.
No, I just regular making out with tongue. I think that's very important for couples to do that.
Intimacy.
Yeah, and plus I think it's part of foreplay.
Not just the bone, the carnal bone, but like working your way up to it.
Do you actually like kissing?
Yeah.
You do? Like make it like hard. If the queen wanted to make out hardcore, you'd be very much into that.
I'm all into that. Yeah.
I love it, man.
Especially if you showered.
That is a thing. Okay, so if you're going to kiss somebody, they have to have clean breath.
For sure.
And not be smelly. Otherwise, you're like, okay, no.
But morning breath, if both parties have morning breath, I'm so not grossed out by that at all. I feel like it's more like animalistic. And at that point, if you're both cool with it.
But what if one is way worse than the other?
Well, one's always worse.
Did you brush your teeth the night before?
A lot of factors. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I'm a bigger fan of getting up, brushing our teeth, and then going back and hitting it.
Thank you. Be careful, though. You don't use too much toothpaste or mouthwash and then try to
eat a girl out.
Munch the clam.
Well,
yeah.
Because
it's minty.
that will burn.
Mm-hmm.
And don't play with yourself with Head and Shoulders because it will, without a doubt, burn your dick.
Great advice.
It actually is very good advice.
It is really good advice.
It sounds like he's
Get that
speaking
down
from
your pee-pee hole.
experience.
Look, you're not going to have any dandruff down there, but your dick's going to be a little raw.
Does anybody have dick dandruff?
No. I hope. I'm probably. You know what?
How gross is
you,
that?
I bet you somebody does.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, man. Dude, how gross would that be if a guy had dick dandruff?
And then you can't even put Head and Shoulders on it because Jay Bird
It'll
said
burn
it'll
it.
burn your dick off.
Yeah.
No, because Head and Shoulders is medicated.
Right.
And it does. You'll feel it when they say it's tingling, it's working.
But if you have dick dandruff, what do you do?
Oh, there's definitely dick dandruff. Oh, God. I just Googled it.
So should we not Google dick dandruff?
That's disgusting.
Don't do it. Oh, my God. And there's a random horse penis.
What?
There's too much stuff going on here.
They say when women start having sex, your workouts won't be as effective because the hormones released during sex help with pain tolerance, motivation, and improve sleep. They say, ladies, your brain will turn to mush without sex. Memory loss and absent-mindedness are huge side effects of going without sex. Sex boosts the functionality of the hippocampus, which is a small part of the brain that helps you with long-term memory.
Huh. I mean, you're just making me think that later today I got to go get on Panda.
Okay, so genital dandruff is very real, and a lot of times it is not linked to an STD. What it is it's more of an eczema or eczema.
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 Isn't that a fucking, what is eczema?
I don't.
Isn't that a pimple cream?
I think it's an island in the Bahamas.
I've got eczema on my dick.
That's Noxema. You're drunk, but somehow I feel drunk.
These beers they are very strong.
They are. They're not playing around.
I'm having a good time. Let's go another 20 minutes at least. Let's go another 20 minutes.
All right, eczema.
And another thing for ladies, when you stop having sex, you may doubt your relationship.
Yeah, I can see that.
Studies have shown that married couples who do not have regular sex have higher divorce rates. A study in the Journal of Marriage and Family found that even unmarried couples are at risk, and couples who live together who stop having sex are also more at risk for breaking up.
Well, I'm a super affectionate person. If I'm with somebody and I like them, I want to touch them. I want them to touch me. I couldn't imagine wanting to touch somebody and then they're like, no. That'd fuck with my head.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, that's why you got to keep doing it. So it goes to show you how important it is to get it on. And thank you to the person that texted in the still shot of me doing my cum face.
They had it that quick.
It's very enthusiastic.
No, the nation is on it with screenshots. If we do anything fucked up, they have it in 2 minutes.
That's
There
awesome.
you go. Good stuff. Go
Oh,
check that. We'll try to
man,
get
it's
that out.
over.
Yeah,
The
it is for
buzz
me.
It's just flowing.
I'm leaving, but you guys can stay.
You don't have to stop drinking?
Yeah.
I don't want to stop talking either, baby.
Aw. Lonely guy. He's got nobody else. I mean,
Denny's, I'm talking your face off today.
shit, Kevin. We're all he's got.
All right, take it easy. You're gonna make a motherfucker have a high, good, great drunk to make me a cry drunk.
Bring them up and down. All righty. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll talk to you on Friday. Yeah, goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.